Majority of SMB IT integrators out there today are familiar with VoIP. A lot of them, however, tend to shy away from it purely because they believe it to be a complex and convoluted new technology. Integrators are too busy these days to dedicate the time and resources they believe is needed to play in the VoIP space. But let's think about this a little bit more. There isn't a lot of difference between the way phone calls and emails are transmitted when we break it down to its true essence.
One of the great things about VoIP communication is that it uses the internet, so I could make a phone call overseas, for example, and I don't have to worry about how many minutes I'm using or how much the phone call is going to cost. And it doesn't mean that I have to stay tied to my office desk either. I can install a soft phone application on my mobile device, configure it with Kerio Operator, and start making phone calls. The sound quality is great, and I don't have to worry about how many minutes I'm using or how much that phone call is going to cost.
Well, one thing that's great about Kerio Operator is the MyPhone interface, where through a web browser I can dial phone numbers so I don't have to actually key in on my phone where I might be prone to misdialing or fat fingering a certain number and calling the wrong person. Also, I do a lot of work within Salesforce and I need to contact certain people, and it's great just to look up their contact info and then copy and paste into my phone and just dial their number. It'll dial my phone, and then when I pick that up, it'll immediately dial to the other party, so I don't have to worry about manually keying it in myself.
Well, Kerio Operator's automated attendant basically answers all inbound phone calls and then routes them with a menu system to the appropriate extension or voicemail or call queue. And the great thing about that is that I don't have to manage it with a handset and a keypad on a phone. I actually get to manage it through a browser, which means I can do it from anywhere in the world, and it provides a really clear visual map of how I'm creating my menus.
One of the features of Kerio Operator is voicemail to email integration, and the fact that when I'm not at my desk and somebody leaves a message for me, that gets forwarded to my inbox. One of the other great things about how Kerio Operator integrates with our other product, Kerio Connect, is that if I mark that message as read, it'll mark it as read within the voicemail system. Or if I delete the message from my inbox, it's actually going to delete it within Kerio Operator.
Well, Kerio Operator does such a great job of incorporating a lot of really smart features, but still keeping it easy to use for the administrator and for the user. It gives small businesses the ability to manage a cost-effective phone system that sounds like an enterprise PBX. Features like call queues and conference rooms and ring groups, these are all features that help large corporations communicate. And with Kerio Operator, these features are now manageable in the hands of the small business community. And of course, it comes with all the system health and reporting features that administrators love about Kerio products.
A lot of small businesses these days have the same requirements as medium-sized enterprises out there. This is where Kerio Operator comes in.